Makes it look easy. Ron Henderson joins me in studio, the author of a new book, Fitness Economics. Ron, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What was your overall message you wanted to give with the book, and more importantly with this title, because you don't associate the word economics with fitness?
Well, the title came up because people, they're always, you talk about corporations and people dealing with their finances. It's about the economics of all that, okay? You're making money, you're trying to build your corporation, you're trying to build your financial portfolio,
right.
You're preparing for your kids' college, all those things, IRAs, all those things. You're thinking about your financial future, but you're neglecting your physical self right now and your physical future, because you have to make the same kind of deposit that you would make financially early on, you need to make physically early on, okay?
So it's consistency. So your basic message is if health is wealth, then why aren't we healthier? I mean,
right. But then with that, Mark, is applying the principles that you use in your finances to your health. See, most people know how to, or what they should consume, because we're bombarded. Every day we hear it on TV, what we should be eating, et cetera,
right.
whether it's Dr. Oz or Dr. Phil. So most people know what to do, but what will motivate them to do it?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about balancing your health budget, as you said, don't write a check with your body that you can't afford to cash. So what's the message you're trying to get? There are no quick fixes. There's all the, we talk about the anti-aging products in the market and the surgical procedures. All of us want to look younger, stay young in mind as well as body over the years. But how do we accomplish that?
Okay, first of all, yeah, I agree. There's no panacea, period. But what you have to do is make those deposits early on. But again, when I talk about that, you need to be able to, how do you get people motivated? Is to relate it to something that people understand, and that's their finances. So take the same principles, and I keep going over that. Take those financial principles, apply it to your health.
You've seen many examples, people you've trained who have a lot of financial success, but don't translate, and they're not able to enjoy it in their later years.
Oh, yes. You know, and in fact, I have a guy that actually understands that, Mr. John Romarczyk. A lot of people know him in town. He owns a lot of different properties, restaurants, very successful, but he's also successful physically speaking because he's been working out with me for over 15 years. So he's in better health.
Exercise relieves stress. A lot of people go through very traumatic experiences. It could be anything from losing a loved one to losing your job. And instead of getting a pint of ice cream, your message is keep moving. I mean, and it's an easy message, but it doesn't have to be some fad either, just the basics of what you're talking about.
Basic, and I also talk to, in fitness economics, I talk about automated extras as well. Now, here's an example. Most people, if you go into their restroom or their bathroom, they have magazines in the bathroom, Mark. I say take all those books out of your bathroom because that's an extra 5-10 minutes. And people laugh about it, but that's an extra 5-10 minutes you're spending reading that you could be spending exercising.
Well, people always have these New Year's resolutions, and they start them, and then by, well, where we are in June, it's like it goes by the wayside. So how do you keep them focused, challenging yourself, taking the stairs instead of taking the elevator? And as you said, too, you're never too old to start an exercise program.
Never. In fact, the one guy I was talking about, he's 75 years of age, as an example. My dad is 85, and I got to share this with you. I was speaking at a conference, a corporation, and I had a guy come up to me, short guy, and he says, "King, how old do you think I am?" And I looked at this guy, and I said, "I don't know, 65. He stood up and he said, "I'm 85. I said, "That's what I'm talking about, see?"
Well, where can folks get your book, Fitness Economics? Where can they get it?
Amazon.com. Very simple. Just go to Amazon.com.
Well, how old are you now?
I turned 59 May 15th. I'll tell you what, I've never felt better in my life. Get on the floor right now and do some planks.
I could beat you in arm wrestling.
Let's do it right now.
Speaking of fitness, you won't find a better all-around athlete than Joe Webb of the Vikings. Coming up next on Sports Sunday, Mike Max goes one-on-one with the Vikings' new receiver. That's right, receiver, about leaving quarterback behind and embracing his new